welcome back to M.E. My Hook and I. It's been a little bit. I am here for my February wrap-up. I have had a few of you check in on me to make sure I was okay because I haven't posted in a while, and I really appreciate that. I've actually been doing pretty well. My daughter was home for a week for winter break, and so when she's home, you know, I spend a lot of my energy there, and it's just been hard to squeeze some YouTube filming in there. I tried, and then I went back to edit them, and I was like, this is trash. Nobody is going to want to watch this. I was all over the place. I was having to edit it like crazy and chop it up, and I was just like, you know what? We're just not going to post these. I'm just going to redo it. So, welcome to the February wrap-up, my friends. So you will remember that, like, I just posted my January wrap-up about 2 weeks ago because I was very sick the first 2 weeks of February. I am happy to say that I actually beat my February yardage because of how busy I have been crocheting the last 2 weeks of February. So I rounded out at about 1,827 yards of yarn for February. And that's not even counting like a few really small projects that I thought that's not even worth putting on the scale to weigh. So go me, like, right? Let's be proud here. And the weather has been beautiful lately, so I've gotten to get outside and crochet for a few times. So let's get to it. It was an Amigurumi kind of month, which was very satisfying, or kind of 2 weeks, I guess you could say, which is very satisfying because you finish it and then you feel really good about what you finished. So I finally got around, like the rest of the interwebs, to do a Mr. Purrs-a-Lot. If you will remember, my daughter Sarah, who is 7 3/4, she will tell you, years old, picked out some yarn for me for Christmas, and I used all of, well, not all, because she got me like a good quantity of yarn. I will try to remember to post the link to that video below because it was really entertaining to watch. She went through and unboxed that yarn with me for a video. And so I made a Mr. Purrs-a-Lot, and he's huge. I just love him, and she loves him because he is super duper cuddly. So this was, let me look at my notes here. This was Hobby Lobby Adorable in the color Sprinkles. I ended up having to do a pickup at Hobby Lobby and get a second skein. So this took 1.5 skeins of the Sprinkles yarn. And this is Adorable in, what did I say? Bumblebee. Yep. And then this was a Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn in, I want to say Cupcake Sprinkles. My note says confetti. Maybe it was confetti. So she did not want me to sew the tail on because she, I don't know, you know, she just didn't. But I did reinforce it like to there because I could, you know, I told her not to swing it by the tail, as you can imagine. But I don't trust her not to, you know, accidentally pick it up. So I did reinforce it, but I did not sew it all the way around. I have to say, it was a really easy pattern. If you're first starting out on Amigurumi, this is a great pattern to start. I hate blanket yarn and I hate bulky yarn. It's really hard on my hands. This was really difficult. My hands hurt really bad afterwards, but that has everything to do with the yarn and my hands and nothing to do with the pattern. I will try my best to link it below. It's from Crystal over at Chronically Crocheting, and if this is the first time you've seen it, I don't know where you're hiding on the internet. I've got a lot of channels to share with you because I think pretty much everybody's made a Mr. Purrs-a-Lot at this point. And then, pardon me 1 second, I gotta get a sip of my drink. I realize I'm late to the game on this as well. they all of a sudden started playing Among Us at school on the playground. And so I surprised her with a cute little pink Among Us. And I will link this pattern below, but I'm going to tell you, this was not my favorite pattern in the world. It was free, and for that reason, it was great. I ended up kind of freestyling this, and I did not do the backpack because, I mean, I do a lot of amigurumi, and in just a second you'll see I do some complicated amigurumi, and I don't know what they were trying to tell me to do for the backpack, so I just left the backpack off on this one and sort of made my own little shield faceplate thing. I know Crystal at Chronically Crocheting had a video 2 or 3 weeks ago with a better pattern on Etsy, and I will try to link that if I can find it also in the description below, because I have a feeling I'm going to buy that one eventually, because it's a little bit bigger but also using 4-weight worsted weight. This was just, honestly, I don't know, some random pink scrap I had in my bin, and it's a little, her pattern is a little bit bigger, and they also have the cute little hats. There's cute little hats in the game. Because I'm gonna admit, like, I wanted to see what this is about. I wanted to make sure it was like safe for my kids, so I downloaded the app on my iPad, and it's addicting. Like, it is really fun. I feel like I'm like this 36-year-old woman playing with a bunch of 7 3/4, you know, whatever. I mean, there's older people on there, but probably not 36-year-olds. Anyway, all right, so the next thing I made, I will have in the coming weeks a cotton yarn comparison. I decided after the whole fiasco with Dolly that I was done making amigurumi, with the exception, obviously. I mean, okay, I still am going to use some acrylic yarn, but some of it is just entirely too stretchy and is really difficult on my hands, so I ordered some cotton, and I will have hopefully a comparison video. I will be getting some DMC Natura cotton in the next, I don't know, week or so from Lovecraft, and I have Paint Box cotton, which I've really enjoyed, and I have Hobby Lobby cotton. So I'm going to be doing a comparison of, you know, best cotton for amigurumi, and those are actually 3 different price points. So, you know, I think I'm also going to compare, okay, like Hobby Lobby's the cheapest, but is there a reason for that? So stay tuned for that. I have made my first sample. This is out of the Amigurumi Treasures book by Erinna Lee, and I'll try to link that below too. This is Ming the kitten. Is she not the cutest ever? Now, I admit I had to add this because I just thought these looked too much like Mary Jane's not to have a little strap. So I added a little strap. But the really cute thing about that book is that every character has a little story and they have little accessories. And this one has a wire in it, so, and apparently the accessories are interchangeable. I have a goal to make every single one in that book because they're just so cute. So she puts on her headband and she's a cute little catacorn. And she was super fun to make, and I really enjoyed working with the Paint Box cotton. It was not as difficult on my hands as I thought it would be. It was actually easier to use the cotton because it didn't stretch than it was to try to stretch out the acrylic as I was going. So I'm a big fan right now of the Paint Box yarn. I am in the middle of starting one with the Hobby Lobby yarn, and then hopefully I'll test out the DMC before I get that video posted, but that is probably going to come up in March, hopefully. And then last but not least, for my make in February, I'm so proud of this guy. This guy is made out of the Premier Flowers yarn. Is he not the cutest thing you've ever seen? Okay, he is Yum Yum from the Amigurumi Monsters Book 1, which I believe is still on clearance on WeCrochet.com. And This Dollar Tree yarn is just perfect for a monster, is it not? I just love it. And look at the back. He is so cute from the back. Oh, I really enjoyed making him, and I'm gonna have to make another one because I'm actually gifting him to one of my friends that brought me the Premier Flowers yarn. She had a son. He's now like 6 months old, and I had been meaning to make him something. Why does that leg look shorter? Oh, I guess it's just the angle I was holding it. Anyway, she has a son, and I have been meaning to make him something, and so I thought I would give her something back out of the yarn that she gave me and let him enjoy it, because it's also just like a really perfect boy color of yarn, right? So this yarn, I used 3.5 skeins. Wait, let me double check. Yeah, I used 333 yards of the Premier Flowers, and if I believe there was like 90 something on a skein, so 3.25 maybe skeins of the Premier yarn. And I would love to tell you what this is so you could also go get it and match it. However, it was just a random skein of like a coral colored orange that I got in a hobby mystery box, gosh, several months ago. So I can't really even tell you what it is. But you know, an orange would really work too. This is actually not a perfect match. It just still goes. So anyway, I just enjoyed making him. The white was just a impeccable white that I had left over. So the yarn in that was mostly the Premier Flowers. So I also made 17 Valentine cards in February, and oh, I have a work in progress that I will try to throw a picture up because I don't have it here with me, that I think I may have shown on our last video. I did not finish it because obviously it was a big Amigurumi make, so the yardage will not go towards February's yardage, because the way I'm running this is I have to complete the project for it to count towards the yardage for that month. And I don't know, mainly I just want to know like how much yardage do I spend in a year, so I'm not, you know, terribly concerned about getting it in the month. So technically though, I mean, I did way beyond what I did in January. So, because January I finished that granny rectangle blanket, and let's see, I started that butterfly shawl, which I finished but showed last video because I had to mail it off. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're able to get out and crochet some. I realize that I am in the South, in Atlanta, Georgia, and it is not winter everywhere. So I hope that you will just sort of live vicariously through my springtime footage that I am going to put here in the beginning, and enjoy that sunshine vicariously through me. And hopefully that cotton yarn from Lovecrafts, the DMC, will get here, and I'll be able to post that cotton comparison shortly. Other things coming up in March. I'm getting my first crochet surprise. No, I'm sorry, not crochet surprise. That's what I've been doing. Crochet Society. I will have a crochet surprise. It's my last month of crochet surprise. It just shipped last week, so that should be coming forth soon. I don't believe that I will get Crochet Society until kind of the end of March, but I am so excited, y'all. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I don't use, because I do so much amigurumi and I do so many blankets, I just don't use the artistic yarn that's in Knit Crate that much. And you know, with their problems, everybody's problems with shipping, honestly, I just kind of got tired trying to keep up with that. And Crochet Society, I mean, Crochet Surprise, I mean, again, I would love it if I had no other Crojo going, right? But I have a stack full of projects I'm wanting to get through. So if you were losing your crojo and wanted just some random yarn to show up with a really great pattern to sort of get you out of a rut, Crochet Surprise is great. But I don't drink tea and it really doesn't have any extras. And honestly, it's not that great of a value. So I just sort of decided that wasn't for me. But I love all the extras that come in Crochet Society. Yes, it's expensive. Yes, it comes from the UK, but I just decided I wanted to spoil myself and give it a go. Other than that, like even Yarn-Yay, I didn't love the yarn because it wasn't necessarily yarn for projects that I would use. I think it works great for knitters, or if you're really curious about different types of yarn and you just want to try it out and you enjoy getting little side goodies, Yarn-Yay is great. But I think Crochet Society is going to be where my sweet spot is. So stay tuned for that, and I will chat to you guys soon. Let me know what you're working on. I would love to hear in the comments below, what is your March going to look like and how did your February go? You can also catch me on Instagram at MeMyHookandI, and you can message me, and I would love to see, or tag me in your posts so I can follow you so that we can, you know, start getting to know each other. I keep thinking maybe I'm going to do a Facebook group just to get to know you guys, but I feel kind of small for a Facebook group. So anyway, I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love to see what you're working on. And I will see you next time with whatever happens to come in my mailbox first will be what the next video is. And I will catch up with you guys later. Bye.